I spent decades building the perfect stone pathway in my backyard, a winding trail of carefully placed stones, surrounded by colorful plants, leading to a small bench where I could sit and watch the seasons change. Every stone was placed with care, every corner meticulously arranged. It wasn't just a pathway. It was my sanctuary, a labor of love that represented years of patience and dedication. But one morning, I received a letter from the HOA that shattered that peace. My stone pathway violated community standards and had to be removed immediately. At first, I thought it was a mistake. The pathway was safe, well-maintained, and fit perfectly with the aesthetics of my home. I argued, showed photographs, and even invited HOA board members to inspect it. Margot, the HOA president, was unmoved. "Rules are rules," she said at the meeting, her tone icy. Within a week, crews arrived and tore out my stone pathway, leaving behind uneven dirt and broken stones. I felt a profound sense of loss, not just for the pathway, but for the principle of fairness. I could have accepted it, paid the fines, and moved on. But at 66, I've learned that life isn't about surrendering to bureaucrats who enjoy wielding power. I decided that if the HOA wanted to play demolition games with my property, I would respond, but not recklessly. I would find a way to fight back strategically, legally, and effectively. I began attending HOA meetings regularly, taking careful notes on budgets, road maintenance, and contracts. It didn't take long to notice discrepancies. The HOA had hired a contractor to maintain certain roads in the neighborhood, yet some streets were riddled with potholes, while funds for repairs seemed to vanish. I also discovered inflated payments and contracts approved without proper documentation. My investigation was meticulous, cross-checking invoices with actual work performed. The conflict intensified as Margot noticed my scrutiny. She attempted to shut me down during meetings, accusing me of questioning the board's authority. But I persisted, asking precise, documented questions that left her no room for evasive answers. I wasn't being difficult, I was demanding accountability. One particularly tense winter evening, after weeks of gathering evidence, I called for a special HOA meeting to review road maintenance contracts and the budget. The board resisted, but the residents demanded transparency. When the meeting day arrived, I presented my findings: missing receipts, inflated invoices, roads left in disrepair despite budget allocations, and funds that had disappeared into accounts with no explanation. I even showed photos of neglected streets that contrasted sharply with the HOA's claims. The room went silent. Margot tried to interrupt, but homeowners demanded answers. I calmly laid out each discrepancy, step by step, letting the facts speak for themselves. By the end of the presentation, the board had no choice but to acknowledge mismanagement. Within days, an independent auditor was brought in, confirming my findings. Contracts were renegotiated, funds were corrected, and Margot and several board members resigned. In a poetic twist of justice, I ensured that road access to certain poorly maintained areas was temporarily restricted until proper repairs could be completed, effectively putting the HOA in the position they had put me in when they demolished my pathway. It was a fair and legal move, executed precisely to hold them accountable, and it left a powerful statement: actions have consequences. While I didn't get my stone pathway back, it was gone. Forever, the sense of vindication was profound. The HOA learned that even residents in their senior years can stand up and hold them accountable. They implemented transparent budgeting, proper documentation, and stricter oversight for contractors. And the neighborhood, which had suffered under bureaucratic mismanagement, finally began to improve. This experience reminded me that age is no barrier to effecting change. Persistence, preparation, and a deep understanding of rules and finances can turn the tables on even the most entitled HOA. You don't need to be loud or aggressive. Careful planning and knowledge are far more effective. If you enjoyed this story, please like this video, subscribe for more HOA revenge stories and neighborhood drama, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. I'd love to know, where are you watching from? Share your city or state in the comments and connect with others who faced similar HOA battles. The moral is simple: never underestimate the power of careful, strategic action. Even when your property is destroyed, you can hold the people responsible accountable in ways that matter. Sometimes the satisfaction of a well-planned comeback is far greater than anything you lost in the moment. Remember, whether it's a stone pathway, a shed, or a beloved garden, persistence and knowledge can empower you to fight back against unfairness. No matter your age, you can make a difference in your community and ensure justice is served. Thank you for watching, and again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment where you're watching from. Sharing your experiences and connecting with others helps create a stronger, more informed community ready to stand up against unfair HOA practices.